What's up, guys? Our second video of the week. I had a lot of requests for Fortnite. So I am going to do today the Beef Boss. All right. I had to do one that was definitely school appropriate and not too violent looking. So we're going to go with Beef Boss this week. Also, my son is with me today. He's going to draw next to me. I will take a picture of my drawing when it's done and his drawing when it's done and post them both for you guys to see how he did as well. Now, I know this is a little bit of detailed and I draw pretty fast because of I have to have shorter videos for the storage reason on what I'm recording here, but you guys can always pause it, rewind it, take your time. Okay, so for Beef Boss, we are going to actually start with his eyes. Okay, so I'm going to start up towards the top of the paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a half a circle, and then underneath it I'm going to connect it with a curve. Okay, directly across from that over here, I'm going to make another one, okay? Half a circle, connect it with a curve. Inside of there, you're going to have another circle for his eyeball. Remember that sometimes I color things as I go since I'm using a Sharpie. You guys are hopefully using a pencil, so you can always go back in and color some of the details. All right, now we're going to connect these eyes with a curved line. So I'm going to start here. And I'm going to come over slowly and connect it with a curve. All right. Off of his head is an olive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle for the olive, a smaller circle off to the side in it, two small lines for the toothpick, and the toothpick coming out the top. Okay. Now, to finish off the bun, we're going to come from this side of the eye and we're going to curve down. Now on this side, I'm also going to curve down. All right. Then what I'm going to do is connect this with a curve. Like that. On the bun, we have a few sesame seeds. So I'm going to draw these little oval shapes on here. Underneath that, we're going to make another layer to the bun. So it's going to come angled in, and another curve. Okay. From here, we're going to make a huge tongue. So what I'm going to do is start on this curve, and I'm going to come in and around, back up, and into here. Huge tongue. Next, the tomato. I'm going to come down and over to the tongue, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Down, over to the tongue. Always have that invisible line going through so that you know that it lines up. Now the next one doesn't have to actually line up perfectly because it's the cheese. So I'm going to have this side, the cheese is kind of melting down that way. And on this side, I'm going to have it kind of melting like that. Underneath that is the burger patty itself, which is going to come down and kind of curve in. And on this side, it's going to come over and curve up. And the last thing we need is the bun. And the bun is going to kind of come from behind and wrap around to here. Invisible line up to the cheese. All right, we got his face. Now for the body. Okay, so we're going to make this real simple. What I'm going to do is on this side of the tongue, I'm going to start with a straight line going not quite down to the bottom. And I'm going to do the same exact thing on this side. Straight line down to the same spot. Okay. Right here, we're going to do a slight curve. And we're going to double that for his belt. In the middle, two lines for the belt buckle. Skinnier lines for the belt loops. Okay. Under his tongue is a small triangle. Below that is a small square. And coming off of that is a triangular shape for the bow tie. Underneath that, we have 2 lines. Off of the bow tie, we have another kind of triangular design. And then he has 2 suspenders. So it's going to come up with 2 little lines, up, 2 little lines. Again, I know I'm going fast, but you guys can always stop and pause the video. Okay, under here, I'm going to draw a small curved line, and then I'm going to draw 2 lines coming down like this to separate his legs. From here, we have 2 curves up for his pockets. I have a line that comes over to connect the legs. Here he has some sort of a strap. And on this side, he has some sort of a, almost looks like a X. For his boot, I'm going to come down, over, round it in, and do the same thing on this side. Down, over, round it in. Off of his boot, it's going to come up and in, up and in. Some of the designs on the boots, I don't really know what to call them. We're going to call these little rectangle shapes. We're going to make the sole of his shoe down here. Again over here. And then we're going to connect this with a strap. Okay, for the arms, I'm going to draw a curve down on this side and a curve down on this side, trying to make them about the same size. We're going to make 2 smaller curves. I'm going to connect those with a line. I'm going to double that line for the cuff. On this arm, he has a rectangle shape and another knot line. And on this arm, it's left like that. Now for his hands, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and make a bump, then another line, and come around and up. On this side, a bump, line, around, and up. Now it looks like to me that he has some kind of blue on his fingers. Not sure what that is, so I'm going to just go like this and make some bumps. Like that. And there we go. Beef Boss. All right, I'm going to color mine. My son can color his, and I'll put pictures of them for you guys to see what they look like when they're all done. That was a tough one, guys. Good luck.